You have to have a strong belief system. You do not need porn. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Road to Recovery YouTube channel, a video series to encourage men who are battling porn addiction. And in today's episode, I thought it would be helpful to review some of the top posts in porn addiction recovery forums so we can learn from other people's experiences. Some of the posts I'll be reviewing today are from the NoFap subreddit and the Porn Free subreddit. So if you're interested, feel free to check out these communities. They are filled with like-minded men who are also recovering from porn addiction. So you'll be able to learn a lot here and also find support here in those communities. So let's get into it. This first post is titled Great Saying, and it reads, "A man who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure." And this really is a great saying because a lot of us find ourselves stuck in the cycle of porn addiction because we lack purpose. We use porn to fill that lack of purpose and boredom that we have in our lives. And if you can relate to this, one of the big first steps you can take towards your recovery is finding purpose in your life, whether it be in the workplace, with family, picking up some new hobbies. There's many things that you can do to add purpose to your life. Maybe it's time for a career change. Maybe it's time for you to surround yourself with more friends or family. Maybe you need to make new friends. Go places where you can meet someone new. And picking up new hobbies can be a good way to do this. If you have a lot of free time, you can find a sport to play with other people. You could dive into some arts and crafts. There's many different things you could do to add a sense of purpose to your life. So you need to figure out what's going to work for you. All right, so moving on. This next post is titled, Porn Addiction Will Ruin Your Life. And it reads, "I've been addicted since I was young and been going at it for over 10 years. I always thought it wouldn't impact me, but boy was I wrong. I've had my relationship ruined over this. Porn makes you desensitized to real sex, and you get to a point where you can't get hard or finish without looking at porn. Watching porn gives you a false sense of what sex should be like, and you're letting your future self and partners down by keeping at it. Death grip is a real thing, and trust me, you'll regret it as it'll make you not able to enjoy sex as much in the future. You might think it's not an addiction or that it won't happen to you, but so did I at one point, and here I am. Do yourself a favor and limit your social media exposure and do other things. Porn is a demon disguised as pleasure. I'm on day 9 now, and I've never had a break for more than a few days. Come on, boys, get on this boat and let us sail to the land of the free." Wow, this really is a powerful post from someone who's been addicted to porn for over 10 years and is now on his 9th day of sobriety. But he's had to go through some major events, such as losing relationships, having his sex life ruined. So you could either have to go through these devastating events yourself, or you can learn from other people's mistakes. And this guy offers up his story as a warning to other men. And he talks about the death grip. And if you don't know what the death grip, that's what he's referring to is when he details not being able to enjoy sex in the bedroom. You're not able to get off to actual physical intimacy because your body has been accustomed to you masturbating. So that's what he means when he writes about the death grip. So let this man's post serve as a warning to you. Alright, so this next post is titled, My partner said if I don't go 90 days clean, she will leave me. And it reads, exactly what the title says. We have been together for almost 4 years. I have been addicted for 6 years. I have tried numerous times over the years, with my longest streaks being around 30 days, but I always end up relapsing. I have ruined our relationship. She cannot trust me. She hates this part of me, and I do too. I really want to get better, but 90 days feels impossible. Any thoughts? Alright, so let's look at the comments for this one. One comment says, you either succeed or you will end up like me, in solitude with porn as the only form of intimacy. Don't throw away gold, your relationship, by trading it for shit, porn. And someone replies, yep, same thing happened to me. Met a good girl nearly 15 years ago. She loved sex, loved me. I utterly destroyed it for less than nothing. Never met anyone else who felt the same way about me. That was the start of 20. I'm now 33. All my relationships since have been short and not very enjoyable. I've started thinking there might just be nobody out there for me. OP, learn from our mistakes. Don't destroy the potential for something that helps you grow over something that kills your growth romantically. And someone else replies, me too. I've lost 2 lives over this shit. So we see a lot of people that are pleading with the original poster to fix his relationship and turn away from porn because it's only going to get worse. You can either choose to live in misery or fix your relationship. Then the choice is up to you. I also have been in these shoes. I was faced with the choice of whether or not I was going to fix my relationship or if I was going to be controlled by my porn addiction. So there is hope. But if you choose to be controlled by your porn addiction, you're choosing a life of misery because you're not a man who can make any sort of decisions. You're going to be controlled by your urges. Your urges are what makes the decisions for you, and that's no way to live. So listen to these men's warnings. They've been through it. Some people make the right choice, and some people choose to be controlled by their urges. Don't be one of those men. Make the right choice. All right, so this next post is titled, Just Avoid Instagram Altogether, and it reads, It's nothing but temptation. All right, so this one's short and simple. Just avoid Instagram altogether. And this is what it means to set boundaries. If there is something in your life that you know it's a constant temptation, then you need to get rid of it. So in this case, for this user, Instagram was a problem for him and he chose to get rid of that source of temptation. So you need to analyze your own recovery and see what are the areas of temptation for you. For a lot of us, it's social media, but there can be other things as well. So you need to set up some strong boundaries so you don't fall into temptation over something that could be easily avoided. Now let's take a look at this final post, which is titled, You Won't Wean Yourself Off Porn. The idea that you can wean yourself off porn is one of the most unhelpful pieces of advice in the quitting porn space. Now, logically, it makes sense. If I reduce how often I watch it, being able to be comfortable with fewer and fewer sessions, eventually I'll be able to wean myself off it completely and be comfortable without it. But this doesn't work. It will never work, and it never has worked. If I did, how do you explain people who are on a 30-day streak relapsing? Surely they were comfortable with not using it, otherwise they wouldn't have gotten to 30 days. The problem with this advice is that it only works if porn is a habit, which it isn't. Porn is an addiction. That's why it's so hard to quit. If people do manage to quit, this is If people do manage to quit this way, it's in spite of cutting down, not because of it. There's a much easier way to quit. To do it, you must understand addictions. Porn addiction is caused by an irrational belief that there is something in porn that you need. This belief creates urges so you relapse when you're trying to avoid it. Your body fears letting go of something that you inherently need, so it brings urges to make sure you never quit it. To fix this, you must change your beliefs around porn. You must see the truth of porn, that there is nothing in porn you need. Then you must accept this on a belief level. When you have this belief, you will be able to just stop using porn. You will look at porn the same way you look at drinking bleach. It's poison, so you just don't want to do it. Change your beliefs, change your life. Yeah, I think this is a pretty powerful post because a lot of men struggle with what route they're going to take when it comes to quitting porn addiction. If you're just going to wean yourself off of it, or if you're going to go cold turkey. And to be honest, I don't know anyone that's been successful through weaning themselves off of porn. And I've read through a lot of the posts on these various recovery forums. So, by far, the best way to defeat porn addiction is through going cold turkey. You have to have a strong belief system, as this man talks about. This belief system that you do not need porn. And one of the things that I chose to do was to write down some beliefs that I have. When it comes to porn addiction, what do I know to be true? How do I feel after I relapse? By writing down some of these feelings, when an urge comes, I'm able to look at what I wrote down and remind myself of my core beliefs. Now, this is just something that worked for me, but you can give it a try as well. Because as the original poster had said, your body fears letting go of something that it believes it needs. So if you have these reminders that you're able to turn to, you can see that you really don't need porn. And this was one of the keys for myself in how I was able to overcome my porn addiction. Well, I guess I'll leave you guys with that. If you thought this video was helpful, let me know in the comments down below. Personally, I like being able to search through various recovery forums and learn from other people's experiences. So if you guys like that as well, let me know and I can make some more videos like this. And as always, if porn addiction is something that you're struggling with, feel free to subscribe to my channel so I can help you out on your road to recovery. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time.